Men's summer shoes. The choice of shoes for summer depends on many factors, such as lifestyle, clothes style, the presence or absence of a strict dress code at work. Don't forget about fashion trends that deal with basic models, colors, materials, decorations, and other elements. There are situations when one or two types of shoes are enough for summer, but more often you can't do without 3 or 4 pairs for different occasions. So we've picked up the most popular and necessary models that are collected in separate categories. For work, for everyday use in casual and sport styles. For leisure and walks. You'll also learn about the latest fashion trends and rules of choosing high-quality shoes for summer. Give us a like while the Be Bigger opening is on. Summer shoes for work days. Let's start with summer shoes for work. We are talking about the business world with the office routine and formal dress style. Here you can't do without a classic pair of shoes. The level of officialism depends on the dress code adopted at work above all. If you need to adhere to strict rules, you should fix on classic Oxford shoes, derbies with outer lacing, or brogues with perforations in the front. If you are still confused about the names of the models, then look at the description below the video. There we have collected some links to the best models of summer shoes for you. For summer heat, it's quite acceptable to move away from the official black and brown colors, giving way to grey, khaki, sandy and pastel shades. Designers also recommend matching the shoes to the belt in the same style, color, even texture and degree of wear. For a less strict dress code, you can choose loafers without laces or with one or several buckles. They look great with cotton jackets, light suits, linen shirts, chinos and even office-style shirts. A bit of perforations and even mesh of woven models are welcomed. The latter options are good for creative people and fashionistas. However, for summer we still advise to pick up a pair in a classic style that doesn't attract extra attention. Such shoes are versatile and you can wear them not only to the office, but also to official occasions, holidays, family meetings or days in cafes and restaurants. Remember that shoes should be made of breathable, wear-resistant and temperature-resistant materials. This also applies to other summer shoes types, but closed models keep more heat than others, they are less breathable. In order not to torture your feet or accidentally become a source of unpleasant odor, choose natural polished or patent leather, suede, or at least eco leather of the highest quality. Everyday casual shoes. We've put into this category the models that you can combine with jeans, chinos, light pants and shirts. These are comfortable shoes for walks, meetings with friends, solving everyday household tasks, and even going to work, if there is no need to adhere to official strict style. For summer it's better to choose materials such as leather, suede or high-quality textile. Choosing colors, you can afford quite bright ones, such as red, blue, toxic green, fuchsia, yellow and even stripe and polka dots. Contrasting laces, if they are provided by the model, combinations of different materials, mesh insets, perforations, locks on the sides, contrast lines can be interesting details. Moccasins and boat shoes. Moccasins are soft leather or suede shoes with a thin sole. They can often be decorated with tassels, fringes and straps. Boat shoes have a more dense and ribbed sole. There is a lacing, which is also stretched along the contour of the heel for better fixation of the foot. These models are not quite suitable for long daily walks, since the sole would wear out quickly from such hard use. However, as a temporary replacement for closed shoes, it's a great option. You can wear them with shorts, jeans, chinos, t-shirts, shorts and tennis shirts and blazers in the smart casual style. When wearing moccasins or boat shoes, forget about socks, or opt for socks that won't be noticeable. Yep, men's footlet socks do exist, and there is no shame in wearing them. It should be embarrassing to wear black socks with any shoe. Espadrilles, slip-ons and slippers. All these models are similar to home slippers and go well with casual clothes. Espadrilles have rubberized sole made of jute, and upper part made of cotton, linen, canvas and sometimes suede. These shoes are available with lacing or without it. Slippers can be recognized by a semi-open top with a typical rounded tab, which follows the reach of the foot. They can be decorated with a pattern or tassel, but not laces. Slip-ons also fit perfectly into the smart casual style and are worn with jeans, chinos, shorts and blazers, although they can also refer the sport shoes. They are sneakers without laces, with closed upper and white rubber sole. Fabric shoes are suitable for both weekdays and vacations. Many famous fashionistas and stars had them colored in black and white checks. However, monochrome options are also popular. Leather-woven slip-ons look very stylish and unusual. The major advantage for all these models is comfort and easy wear. Feet can breathe and the shoes don't cause blisters. For this, it's important to choose shoes exactly to the size of your feet, and don't forget about the quality of the material. Choose if not a branded, but certainly not a cheap pair. Thus, you'll keep your feet well, and the shoes will last the whole season, and most likely will remain for the next summer. Casual shoes in sports style. We are talking about sneakers. If you are looking for classic white models, you can safely get them, as they are still trendy. However, this is provided that they'll be used not too intensively and you are ready for frequent washing and cleaning. Light-colored shoes, including sports shoes, are quite versatile, because they are suitable for sports and casual styles, and often even for business use. Still, it certainly requires special care, attention and approach. In summer, it's better to have sneakers with a mesh or other elements for ventilation on the top. Don't choose a very thick and coarse sole. Pay attention to a neater and classic bottom and tops without too much lettering or contrasting laces. If you like bright colors, get golden, bright red, green or blue models. They can be an original addition or a replacement for the usual white, black and white sneakers. Leisure shoes. In this category you'll find such models as sandals and flip-flops. These are perfect options to wear on vacation, on the beach, as well as in everyday life. They will also find a place. Designer stylish open shoes are suitable for images in the casual style, with shorts, jeans, light shorts, t-shirts and blazers. Sandals. These are open summer shoes that are attached to the foot with straps or velcro. Choose the style depending on the setting in which it will be worn. For the beach, the country, for hiking, textile, leather, polyurethane options with velcro with rubberized soles will do. They match best with sport shorts. For city walks, it's better to choose sandals made of leather or eco-leather, which consist of one or more straps, attached by a metal clasp. The straps are better to be as wide as possible, as thin ones look less masculine. The color of the shoes can be the classic brown and black, but the light sun and pastel shades look even better in summer. Flip-flops. The top of the flip-flops may have one white or several thinner strips, or leather, or textile. Flip-flops with a bridge between the big and middle toes are also popular. They are hardly suitable for city walks or long journeys. These are shoes for the beach or vacation in the country, so it's better to wear them with shorts, although stylish leather models with white stripes will suit summer pants. Choosing a good option, make sure that the material doesn't slip and fits tightly around the foot, as no additional fasteners are provided. To sum up everything, we make the following conclusions. For summer, you should have a pair of classic or less formal shoes, depending on the dress code. Lightweight soft shoes, such as moccasins for fashionable events in the city. Sporty slip-ons or sneakers for more intensive use. And if you spend more time out of town and in the country, it's quite reasonable to have comfortable sandals or flip-flops. And finally, a few tips to help you when shopping. It's not necessary to buy brand clothes. Well, it's better not to cut corners on shoes. High-quality materials let your feet breathe, the skin doesn't sweat even in the extreme heat. Expensive models pay significant attention to the sole and the sole lasts so that the shoes don't harm your feet. There shouldn't be any bulges inside the shoes. Excessive seams, stitching and buckles may unexpectedly lead to blisters, so make sure the materials is smooth. If you need the most comfortable shoes for long walks, choose polyurethane ones. They'd be lightweight but durable and wear resistant. No shoes to grow into or oversized. They should fit the feet tightly, but also not squeeze your feet too much. So when buying shoes online, choose two closest size of one model to try on, and then buy the most suitable pair. Don't forget to try the shoes on both feet and take enough time to access the comfort of the intended new item. Walk back and forth a few times, feel the shoes and check all the elements in detail. It's better to buy shoes in the evening. In summer, the foot often swells and gets bigger after the whole day, and it's important to consider when choosing the right size. Comment what summer shoes you prefer and what models you have. Like this video and watch other videos about shoes and clothes for summer on our channel.